Hello everyone. See, in our previous lecture, we have studied about the BPT theorem and converse of BPT theorem. Now today we are going to study about angle bisector theorem. Okay, now this theorem is very useful to solve the examples. Okay, now see the theorem. Now here already I have written it on the blackboard. Now as after reading this statement, we have to draw the figure, and from this we have to write the given things and to find out, and to prove we have to find. Okay, and after that we have to prove the theorem. Now see, here the bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. Means first we have to draw a triangle. We'll draw the triangle. Triangle A, B, C. Now what it said? The bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to angle. Means this side. This angle divides this opposite side. Okay. Now bisector means their measures are same. They equally divide the angle in the two parts. Now see. Then after that what we should do it? Here what is given part in this we have drawn. Now given part of this is what? Given in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, bisector of angle C intersect segment AB. Now where it intersect? At point E. Now this point we will give here which this it intersect ray. It intersect, we give the name as ray C. Segment AB at point E. So that will be ray CE. Okay. Now here what we have to prove it? We have to prove it that AC upon CB is equal to AC upon CB is equal to AE upon EB. Or you can write EB upon AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CB. Now this we have to prove. Now for that what? We need to construct. See, from this much information we are not able to prove the theorem. So what we should do it? We have to construct. So what we have to construct? We have to draw a line parallel to CE line from point B. Now from B point we have to draw a line which will be parallel to the ray CE. So how it will be? So see, from B point we have to draw the line. See, the construction always we do it with the dotted line. Okay. Now see, it goes up. So this is the construction we have done it here. Okay. This name we will give it as D. Now here see, we have got the figure. Now what we have to do it here? We have to write construction. Construction is what? Construction part, given part, proof part, and the construction. Draw a line parallel to ray CE passing through point B, and will extend AC so as to intersect it at point D. Now this construction we have done it here. See, this construction we have done it. Now due to this construction it will become easy to prove the theorem. Now we have to proof is, now see, ray CE is parallel to ray BD, and AD is the transversal we will consider. Okay, ray CE parallel to ray BD, and AD is the transversal. AD will consider it as a AD is a transversal. Now see, due to this, okay, now due to the two parallel lines and a transversal, angles form. Now which angle it forms? See this parallel line and this parallel line, and this is the transversal. So now this angle and this angle is which type of angle? It is a corresponding angle. Okay, so angle ACE is congruent to angle CDB because it is a corresponding angle, and you know corresponding angles are congruents. Okay, now next what we have to consider, ray CE parallel to ray BD, and we have to consider BC as a transversal. BC is a transversal. Now that is which angle has formed due to this C. BC is a transversal, we have considered these two lines. So this is the transversal. This angle and this angle is what? Alternate angle. Okay, so how we will write? Angle ACE is now congruent to angle CBD. Now which type of angle it is? It is alternate angles. Now alternate angles are also congruent. Alternate angles. Now we know alternate angles are congruent. Okay. Now next one we have to do it. That is given. Now what is given? Now see this angle C. Angle C is a bisector. Means CE is the ray. Due to this, the angle is bisected. C angle is bisected. Means angle ACE is congruent to angle ECB. It is given. Okay. Now this we will consider it as a 3. Now see, from this what we can consider that from 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Now see here. What? AC is equal to AC. But AC is equal to what it is? They have said it is ECB. Means angle. It is angle ECB. And AC is equal to angle what? CDB. This they are congruent, that is corresponding angles. Okay. So now from this 1, 2 and 3, what we are going to get? That is therefore angle CBD is equal to angle CBD is equal to angle CDB. See these two angles as we are come from 1, 2 and 3. Now this ACE is equal to ECB is said. So that is equal to angle CDB. So angle CDB is equal to angle CBD. So this we have got. So from where we have got this? From 1, 2 and 3, this we have got. Okay. Now see. Now as this they are equal, B angle and D angles are equal. B and D angles are equal. Means what we will have? This DC side will be equal to BC side. Okay. Therefore BC side will be congruent to CD side. This will be congruent. Okay. Now as these two sides are congruent, means in triangle ADB, what will happen? Now as this side and this side is equal. Okay, this we have said what? This is the CE is the parallel. Now ABD, we are in triangle ABD, we have said that EC is parallel to BD. We have constructed that, and that is parallel. Means if it is a parallel, then by basic proportionality theorem, what we can say, AE upon EB is equal to, now this triangle you have considered. Now in this triangle, this is the parallel side. So what, this triangle sides ratio we can write. Okay. So what, here in triangle ABD, ray CE is parallel. Okay, is parallel to ray BD. Parallel to ray BD. Therefore, AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CD. Okay, this we have got AC upon CD. Means here what we have said, CD is equal to BD, where CD is equal to BC. Okay, so what we will get, CD is equal to BC, means what, AC upon BC. Therefore, AE upon EB is equal to AC upon BC. This is basic proportionality theorem. Okay, this is from what? BPT. This is due to BPT. Now, this is basic proportionality theorem. Now, how you have to use it in solving the example? See, AC upon CB is equal to AE upon EB. Now, this is what? Angle bisector theorem. And this way it will be there in the figure. Then which theorem you have to use? Angle bisector theorem you have to use. Now, converse of angle bisector. Now, here what? It tells that if it is a bisector, then the side divides in the ratio is equal. Now, if the sides divides are equal, then the angle will be the bisector. That is what? Converse of the angle bisector theorem. Now, next we have to study property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Okay. Now, next we will see property of three parallel lines and transversal. Now, this theorem you will write in notebook. Okay, now property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Okay, now in this first one is what? Theorem. First theorem, the ratio of the intercept made on a transversal by three parallel lines equal to the ratio of corresponding intercepts made on any other transversal by same parallel line, lines. Okay, now see what we have to do it for this theorem. We have to draw the three parallel lines. Now the ratio of the intercept made on a transversal by three parallel lines equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercept made on any other transversal by the same parallel lines. Now we have these three parallel lines. We'll give it name as L, M, and this as N. Now this you have to consider this transversal as T1 and this you have to consider as T2. Okay, these two transversal we have drawn. Now what? The ratio of the intercept made on the transversal by three parallel lines is equal to the ratio. Now we will give this. Now they are intersecting at a point A, B, C, and here we will give name as P, Q, R. Okay. Now this. So what you have to do at this given thing? Write it that line L, M, N are the parallel lines and T1 and T2 are the transversal. Okay, and the the transversal T1 intersect the lines in point A, B, C, and transversal T2 intersect the line L, M, N at point P, Q, and R. So what we have to prove it here? This you have to write given. To prove is what? That AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. This we have to prove. Now for that we need to construct. We have to do the construction. Now construction, what you have to draw? Construction. Now see here, this we will join. This construction we have to do it. Join point A, P and C. Now if you join point P and C, they will intersect here at line N. So we will give this point name as D. Okay, this point name we will give it as D. Now see, draw segment. Construction is what? Draw segment PC which intersect line M at point D. Now see, now we will consider the triangle ACP. Okay, in triangle ACP. Now to prove what we have to do in triangle ACP. If we consider a triangle ACP, now what? ACP. In this what? BD is parallel to AP. Okay. Segment BD is parallel to segment AP. Then what we can do it? We can take the ratio of AB upon BC, which will be equal to what? PD upon DC. Okay, this why it is, we'll give it name as 1. This is reason what? Due to basic proportionality theorem. Now next we have to consider a triangle. In triangle PCR, in triangle PCR, what? Segment QD is parallel to segment RC. Okay, then what? If it is parallel, then we know in triangle segment this is parallel, then this divides the ratio, these points in the same ratio. Okay, so what it will be? Segment, then it will be PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. Okay, PD upon DC will be equal to PQ upon QR. We will give this name as BP equation number 2, and this why it is due to BPT theorem. Okay, now see, if we will compare this 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 what we can get? See, PD and DC is equal to PQ upon QR. So did we get AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. Therefore, AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. This is why is equal to PD upon DC from 1 and 2. Okay, from 1 and 2. Therefore, we got AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. This is what? The property of 3 parallel lines and its transversal. Now see, this also you have to use while solving the examples. Now we will see after this practice set 1.2. Okay, practice set 1.2, first example. Now in first example what is given? The figures are drawn and it is, you have to identify that practice set 1.2, given below are the some triangles and the length of the line segment. Identify in which figure ray PM is the bisector of angle QPR. Which is the bisector we have to find out. When it will be the bisector? When the ratio of its corresponding sides will be equal. We can say that it is an angle bisector. Practice set 2.1. First question. Now here first figure is given in this way. This is the ray here QR, QR. This is 3.5. This is M. This is 1.5, 7 and 3. Okay, so now here what given things what? See, QM is equal to 3.5 and MR is equal to 1.5. PQ is equal to 7 and PR is equal to 3. So what we have to do it here? QM upon MR is equal to 3.5 upon 1.5. Means it will be equal to what? 3.5 into 10 upon 1.5 into 10. Means it will be 35 upon 50 means 5 7s are 35 and 5 3s are 15. And here PQ upon PR, which is equal to 7 upon 3. Therefore, what we can say, QM upon MR is equal to PQ upon PR. Therefore, what you have to write? Ray PM is the bisector. Therefore, ray which PM is a bisector of angle QPR. Okay. Same way we have to do it for second example also. Second example is what? The figure. Now this is the bisector is drawn here. Your name is RQP. This is M, 6 and 8. This is 7 and 10. Now here it is given PR 7, PQ 10, PRM is equal to 6 and MQ is equal to 8. Now see, we know PQ upon PR is equal to QM upon MR. So which is equal to, separately we will write PQ upon PR what? PQ upon PR, PQ is 10 upon 7. Okay, now here QM upon MR. So QM is 8 upon 6, which is equal to 4 upon 3. Now PQ upon PR is not equal to QM upon MR. Therefore, ray PM is not a bisector of angle PQR. Like this you have to write. Now same thing you have to do it for third example. Third example you will solve yourself. Now this second example we have solved. Now we will see the third one. Third example. Okay, now third example, same. Example number 3. Example number 3 in this, in triangle, here it is given NQ is the bisector of angle N. In triangle MNP, angle N is an bisector. The bisector of NQ. In triangle NQ, opposite here written, in triangle MNP, NQ is the bisector. NQ is a bisector of angle N. Now its measure, see how the figure is given here. Now the bisector, it must look. Okay. Now what? M, N, P. It is Q. Okay. Now here they have said what? Then find QP. So what is given? This is given 5. This is given 2.5. Therefore, segment MN is equal to 5 MQ is equal to 2.5. MQ is 2.5 and PN is given 7. So we know what? By angle bisector theorem, what? MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP. What? Angle bisector theorem. Now see, MN is how much? 2.5. NP is how much? MN is 5. MN is 5. NP is 7. MQ is 2.5 and this QP is we have to find out. What we have to do it? QP we have to find out. So QP as it is. So what we will do it? Here cross multiplication, QP is equal to 2.5 into 7 upon 5. So what you can do it? QP is equal to 2.5 into 10 into 7 upon 5. So QP is equal to 25 into 7 upon 5. 5 ones are 5 5s are. So QP will be equal to how much? Or you can take like this only. Don't multiply it, so that don't want. So it will be what? QP is equal to what? 2.5 into 7 upon 5. So 5 ones are 0.5. So QP will be equal to 3.5. Okay. QP is equal to how much? 3.5. Now we will see the fourth question. Now fourth question, what does it tell? Measure of the angles are given. Now just see, like this it is given, the figure. Okay, here it is one A, P, this is 60 degree and this is also 60 degree. A, P, B, C and here PQ. Okay, now see here what measure of some angles in the figure are given. Prove that AP upon BP is equal to AQ upon QC. Now we have to find out this. So what it is? Now in this measures are given. So angle APQ is equal to 60 degree and angle ABC is equal to 60 degree. Means angle APQ is congruent to angle ABC. Why it is? Corresponding angles. They are what? Corresponding angles. Now why it is? Because it is given what? That this is given. Okay. So what we will write? Angle APQ is congruent to angle ABC. That is corresponding angles. Okay. Therefore, PQ line is parallel to BC. Now here what we want to find out? AP upon PB is equal to what? AQ upon QC. Now this we have to find out. Now see, we know if the lines are parallel, then we can say that their ratio will be equal. Means what? In triangle ABC, PQ is parallel to BC. Therefore, segment PQ parallel to segment BC. Therefore, AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Why it is? By BPT theorem. This is why, because of the basic proportionality theorem. Now, next fifth example we will see. Fifth example. Example number 5. Fifth example. In this it is given side AB is parallel to side PQ and side DC. PQ is parallel to DC. Means what? Segment AB parallel to segment PQ and PQ is parallel to segment DC. Now in this the figure, AB, PQ and DC. Okay, PQ. Now what? By property of three parallel lines. By property of three parallel lines. What we can say? By property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Now see, this three parallel line and this is the transversal. So what you can say, AP upon PD is equal to BQ upon QC. Now it is given in the question what? AP is 15, PD is 12, BQ we have to find out, and QC is given. QC is given 14. Okay, so what? PQ we will keep here. So BQ is equal to 15 upon 12 into 14. Means 2 stable, 2 6 are 12 and 2 7s are 14. 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. So BQ is equal to 5 into 7 upon 2. Means BQ is equal to, therefore BQ is equal to 35 upon 2. Means BQ is equal to 17.5. Okay. It is 17.5. BQ is equal to 17.5. Now in the same manner you have to solve the seventh one. Fifth and seventh are same. Okay. Now we will see sixth example. We will see example number 6 is what? Find the QP using given information. Now what is given here? See, this figure is given. And P. This is Q. Now in triangle NMP, NQ is a bisector of angle N. In triangle NMP, ray NQ is the bisector of angle N. Now by property of angle bisector theorem, what we can get? Pn upon Nm is equal to Pq upon Qm. Now here it is given Pn is given 40, Nm is given 25 is equal to PQ we have to find out, MQ is given 14. So therefore PQ will be equal to 40 upon 25 into 14. Now this 5 table you can cancel, 5 8s are 40, 5 5s are 25. Okay, so PQ is equal to 8 into 14 upon 5. So PQ is equal to, so it will be what? PQ will be equal to 112 upon 5, which is equal to 5.6. Therefore, PQ is equal to 5.6. Okay, this we have solved. Now see, the same manner 6th and 8th examples are same. Now 6th and 8th example is same. Same way 9th example is also there. But in that x value we have to find out. So I will show you that. And 10th activity we have already solved. Okay. So 9th example we will see now. Fifth, you see BC and this is A, this is D. You have to draw the figures with scale. X plus 5, this is X and X minus 2. X minus 2 and this is X plus 2. Okay, now see. Now in triangle ABC, what? In triangle ABC, segment BD is a bisector of angle B. Now, due to their property, therefore, by property of angle bisector theorem, what we will get? CB upon BA is equal to CD upon DA. Okay, so now here see, it is x plus 5, CB is x plus 5, BA is x and CD is x minus 2 and this is x plus 2. Now here we have to find the value of x, so we will do cross multiplication. So what it is, x plus 5 into x plus 2 and this is equal to x minus 2. So it will be what? X square plus 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to x square minus 2x. Now see, x square terms will get cancelled. 2x plus 5x is 7x plus 10 is equal to minus 2x. So it will be what? 7x plus 2x is equal to minus 10. So it is 9x is equal to minus 10. So x is equal to minus 10 by 9. Here values I have taken wrong or what? X plus 5, x plus 2 and x minus 2. Here what? CD is, yes, CD is x plus 2 and DA is x minus 2. So it is x plus 2 and here it is minus, means it will be x square plus, here it is minus 2x plus 5x minus 10 x square plus plus 2x. So it will be what, say, this will be 3x. 3x minus 2x is equal to 10. 10 will take this side, means it is x is equal to 10. Okay, so we have got x value as 10. So this will be what? 10 plus 5, 15. BC side will be 15, and this 10 plus 2 means it will be 12. Okay, therefore BA is equal to 10. BC is equal to x plus 5, which is equal to 10 plus 5, means BC is equal to 15. Now CD is equal to x plus 2, which is equal to 10 plus 2, which is equal to 12. Now DA is equal to x minus 2, means 10 minus 2, which is equal to A. Okay, in this way we have solved this practice set 1.2. Now from this all you have to complete it and you have to send it to me today itself. Okay, thank you for watching the video.